Hi Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Welcome back to your Twin Flame and Soulmate Connection energy reading for the month of February 2021 with me, Ivy, Spiritual Messages and Tarot. If you are new to the channel, welcome, and if this message resonates with you, I will really appreciate your support by clicking subscribe and hit the notification bell. Without further ado, let's get into your reading. Okay Taurus, so let's look at into your energy and your person energy on your soulmate and twin flame connection for the month of February 2021. So let's see what we have here. Let's look at into your energy, Taurus. Also, please note that this is going to be a collective general energy reading. Therefore, it may or may not resonate with every single one of you out there. If this message does not resonate with you, Taurus, please kindly consider checking your moon, your rising or your Venus sign. And if this message resonates with you, you can like, share and leave a comment in the comment section. By doing so, you will be eligible for free monthly giveaway readings, which I'll be doing towards the end of the month every month. Okay, so let's look into the reading here. Okay Taurus, so on this side will be your energy and on this side will be your person energy, but again, due to this is a collective general energy reading, the roles or the energy can be interchangeable or vice versa. Now the sign that I'm getting for you here, Taurus, I'm getting a very strong Libra energy. So as sign Aquarius, Libra and Gemini. I'm also getting Taurus, Earth sign Taurus, Virgo and Capricorn. Water sign Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces. So you could have any of those signs strongly in your chart, or your person could have any of those signs strongly in their chart. Now looking at the mutual energy between you and your person here, I've got teacher coming up here, and then I've also got the status quo energy coming up here as well, Taurus. So I feel like with this status quo energy, I feel like the communication and generally things between you and your person here are not really going with the flow, I would say here, Taurus. Like both of you are currently in the standing still energy, I would say here. Like there is nothing much going on. The communication is kind of like feeling stuck energy is also there. So it's like both of you are currently in this waiting period. Could also be like playing a waiting game, I would say here as well, Taurus, where you are waiting for your person to initiate something and your person is waiting for you to initiate something. So there are a lot of waiting game currently involved in this particular situation here, Taurus. And with this teacher energy coming up here, there's definitely a very strong soul connection between both of you. And the purpose of this soul connection here is that both of you are supposed to be guiding each other on clearing and on cleansing each other's karmic trauma, I would say here, or emotional trauma from the past, such as childhood trauma, family issue, family upbringing. So both of you are being brought up together in this particular lifetime here because both of you have lessened together and both of you are supposedly to be guiding each other on this healing process, I would say here, Taurus. And looking at your energy here, I've got the Nine of Swords, I've got the Empress energy coming up here, and then I've also got the King of Cups energy coming up here. So for a very specific group of you here, Taurus, I'm getting a pregnancy coming up here. So at this point of time, you could be pregnant, or in the future you are going to be getting pregnant here, or this could also be an indication that you might have just recently give birth, I would say here. But I'm getting like a very strong pregnancy energy coming up here. And with this Nine of Swords energy coming up here, like a very strong anxiety, trouble sleeping, almost like sleepless night, I would say, also here coming up very strongly from your energy here, Taurus. And then I've got the Two of Swords. So I do feel like lately here, Taurus, you kind of like have been a lot of like overthinking, I would say here, having a lot of anxiety, trouble sleeping. I do feel like you kind of like thinking into the worst, like kind of like trying to how do I say it? Like you are trying to prepare yourself for the worst on this situation. Like kind of like being preparing yourself, okay, this is just not going to happen, my person is like never going to come back towards me. So your mind, like your logical mind, is trying to push you in that way, while deep down within yourself here, your emotion and your intuition, with this King of Cups energy here, you have never been at peace, I would say here. So whenever you do like meditation, or whenever like you do grounding here, like automatically all this anxiety, all this panic, all this fear and doubt energy kind of like vanish, and you just like feeling peace, a very strong peaceful energy coming up towards you here. So I feel like this is quite important thing at this point of time, because this is like the battle or the conflict between yourself, like within yourself here, Taurus, like from your logical mind, your doubt and your fear, with your own intuition and emotion coming up very, very strongly here, Taurus. I do feel at this point of time, some of you here, for those of you who are not pregnant, some of you here are going through a rebirth process. So in this rebirth process, you could be losing sleep, or just like your sleeping pattern have been quite a mess, I would say here. So pay attention to all this time that you could be waking up like around odd hours, like 2 a.m, 3 a.m, 4 a.m here. So I feel like when you suddenly woke up during those hours here, Taurus, it's quite important for you to do meditation, or at least like to do grounding energy, I would say here as well. Now looking at your person energy here, I've got the high priest, I've got the high priestess coming up here, so like quite a couple energy, I would say here, Taurus. And then I've also got the ace of cups coming up here. Honestly, at this point of time, your person coming up here, Taurus, with this high priestess and the high priest energy, I do feel like they are starting to realize the spiritual aspect of this connection, I would say here, Taurus. Like they're starting to find out, okay, why is it that I've been thinking about Taurus, like why is it that I just couldn't take them off of my mind here, like what is currently going on. So I feel like they're kind of like starting to realize the spiritual aspect of this connection. What does this mean? Like, why am I keep thinking about them here? Like, why is it that whenever I think about them, like I have this very strong peaceful energy here? So they're kind of like starting to look into that way. They might not be, like 100% familiar with the term of twin flame and soulmate and all those stuff here, but they're kind of like starting to look into that, or going to be looking into that here, because they know that whatever you have between both of you here is not a normal connection. It's not like something like they've faced before, I would say here, Taurus. Like this is something unique, this is something they've never faced before, and this is also something that have been triggering them for quite a long time, I would say here, even, Taurus. So with this new realization, and with them like starting to realize the spiritual aspect of this connection here, they are starting to open up their heart as well with this ace of cups energy. Because truth to be told here, Taurus, they still have a lot of feeling towards you, they still have a lot of emotion towards you here, but because of this triggering energy, because of like this going back and forth, I do feel like there are a lot of like emotional pain and emotional trauma that your person have also been facing for a very long time here, and meeting you just kind of like triggering all of this to come together here, like triggering all of this to like to be at the peak of everything. So this is what causing the conflict, causing the trauma and all other stuff coming up within your person here, Taurus. And as you can see here, I've got the King of Cups energy, and then I've got the Queen of Cups energy coming up here as well. So this is another confirmation of the soul connection between both of you here, Taurus. Both of you have a very, very strong soul connection together here. The thing here is that you are the one who's actually more aware, or at least becoming first to be aware about all this, like all these situations surrounding both of you here, kind of like starting to realize and starting to get that awakening energy here. Your person hasn't come to that point yet, but they're starting to realize that there's definitely something unique, there's definitely something that is just like not with something different with what they've experienced before in all other their previous relationship, I would say here. So this is kind of like triggering them to look further into the emotion, to look further into all this into this whole relationship, into this whole connection here, Taurus. So this is what going to like going to make them come to this particular realization. I've got the growth energy here, so the spirit cards will definitely be helping them. And then after that, I've got the 10 of Cups energy coming up here. So yes, both of you are definitely going to be together. I've got the 10 of Cups, happy home, happy family, happy relationship. So that's it for your reading here, Taurus. I hope it resonates. If it does, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. I'll see you in the next reading. Have a good day, stay safe and be blessed. Bye bye.